Hi guys, this video is important for CA Inter students of audit for May 23 exam. So like one frequent question which I'm receiving is, sir, what are the chapters that I need to cover so that I can score minimum 50? Honestly speaking, this is not the right question. What are the chapters that I should read so that I can present it well, and I want to score at least 50 marks with the limited time that is available from now. I know you are very much some 20 to 25 days away. Just you are 25 days ahead of exams today. So I'm doing this on April 18th, this video. Okay, so you're having audit exam, at least group 2 CA Inter exam is from May 2nd week or 3rd, May 2nd week, probably 11th, 10th or 11th onwards, group 2 will start. So now, so you're having 20 days, round figure, 20 plus days. Now, if at all you are able to spend at least 50 hours to 70 hours afresh, 50 to 70 hours if at all you are dedicating for audit in the upcoming 20-25 days time you are having. If you can dedicate this much time, believe me, you need not worry about your audit. I don't bother. In the past, have you studied audit? Have you thoroughly revised audit? Have you prepared in depth the audit? I'm not talking about all that. I just only want one assurance. I just want to ensure that if at all you are having idea on the overall subject and chapters, a basic idea on the audit subject, you might have listened to some class earlier, but only thing is you are not having command, you are not having confidence on audit. Just spend 50 to 70 hours around. It depends upon your skill set. It depends upon your speed of learning. So that's why minimum 50, maximum 70. Irrespective of your learning speed, maximum 70 hours. If at all you are able to spend 50 to 70 hours additionally from now within the exam date, and I'm telling you, you can change your result. You can change your result. Now, see, what I want you to do exactly is, first of all, these are the chapters which I want every student to be perfect at. These chapters were selected by me based on accuracy of the presentation by the student. Accuracy of presentation. From the chapters which, see, I have not yet highlighted. These are the complete chapters that you have in the syllabus. As per our book, we are having totally 17 chapters in audit. In the institute book, you are having 13 chapters only. I'll be talking about multiple issues now. Like students will be asking, sir, which standards is important? Sir, what standards are important in audit? Very foolish question. Very foolish question. Maybe if at all at CA final, if a student asks this, maybe to some extent I can tolerate. To some extent I will agree at least. At CA Inter, sir, which standards I should read compulsorily in CA Inter audit? If a student is asking me, means he doesn't know the syllabus. Yes, mark my word, he doesn't know the syllabus of CA Inter audit. So example, let me talk about the standards related part. Listen to this video till the end. Believe me, you are going to change your perspective on audit. You are going to plan your audit subject really well. So watch this video till the end without failure. Now, in our book, if you see, what is the standards chapter number 13? But what is the ICI? In ICI, where the chapter was? It's not there at all. You don't have an ICI book standards chapter itself. There is no chapter for standards in ICI book itself. Now tell me, is your question right? Sir, from standards to topic, what standards are important? This is a question many ask me. Are in ICI book, you don't have standards at all, man. Why? Because, see, you are having totally 26 standards on audit. SES, you are having 26. SES, you are having 26. 26 SES you are having, and 1 SQC you are having. This is the total standards that you have at CA Inter. Out of this, SA 200, 210, 220 and SQC. These 4 standards related content is covered in second chapter, nature, objective and scope of audit, whereas in institute book it is first chapter. Now onwards I will not talk about institute book, I will only talk about our material. By the way, after watching this particular video, you may be having one more question. Sir, can I follow your material? If at all you are my regular student, and if at all you are already following from long ago our material, happily follow. Till date, you have never seen my material. For the first time through this video, you have got to know about my material. Don't change. At this moment, changing material is not at all suggestible. Even whatever fast track material, colored notes, chart notes, whatever book you are following, please stick to that. Don't change material. But listen to this video whatever the concept part of this video, just implement it. Enough. Now, audit report 700, 701, 705, 706, 710, 570, 299, and there is another standard 610. So these standards we cover as part of audit report. In fact, in audit report, we talk about CARO. Many people say that CARO is part of company audit. No, it is part of audit report. Though it is given in company audit chapter, it is actually part of audit report. You need to discuss along with audit report. Then documentation and evidence. Here, 2 standards related content is covered, but there is another standard content which is covered for you is 330. Actually, as per the syllabus applicability, 330 is not there for you. 330 standard is not there. But do you know one more thing? Most of the content in 330 is covered for you as a topic, as a chapter it is covered. Then fraud chapter is nothing but 240. In your ICA book, it is 5th chapter. Risk assessment is 315. Audit sampling is 530. Analytical procedure is 520. Audit strategy program 300 is covered. Inside this only, materiality topic is also covered, 320. Getting it? That's it. So now if some student, if a student, so now you just revise your question. So which standards are, man, there is no standard specifically. We have all the standards in the form of various chapters. You don't have specifically any standards related chapter separately. Inside that I can select important question. No, there is no such. Getting it? So most of the standards for you are covered in various chapters. And what about few more standards? You have an ICA 3rd chapter, right? Inside this 501, 505, 510, 550, 580, 560. These standards are covered for you. These standards are covered in institute book as part of 3rd chapter itself. What we did is, these chapters we covered in separate chapter called standards on audit. We did not cover as part of documentation and evidence chapter, where in institute book it is covered in that. But we did not cover like that in our classroom. So first understand how your syllabus is structured. Now some students might realize now, okay, all these days I'm thinking standards we have a separate chapter. No, if you ever look at ICA book, you will understand that. Getting it? Fine. Anyhow, these are all points we tell to our students in the very first class. Getting it? Fine. Anyhow, so this is the syllabus that you are having. Okay. Now, what are the must read topics, whether you are my student or my marathon student or you're following my material or anybody else? What are the topics that you must read? Nature, objective and scope of audit. Most important chapter, where you can easily score 8 to 12 marks. Yes, this chapter weightage is minimum 8 marks, maximum 12 or sometimes even 16 marks. Sir, NOS audit means 4? No. You will be getting questions on inherent limitations. Example, you are getting question on the same attempt, letter of engagement. You are getting a question on acceptance and continuation of client relationship. You are getting a question on the same attempt on elements of quality control. If all these 4 questions came, it is nothing but from this chapter. That's it. Getting it? Then company audit. See, whatever chapters I am selecting, no. This I am selecting based on 2 things. One, they are easy to understand relatively compared to remaining chapters. And you can also produce well in exam. You can retain it better and produce well in the exam. So these are the 2 factors based upon which I am selecting the chapters. Example, suppose one more chapter. Suppose there is a chapter called, analytical procedure. I don't recommend to student. Guarantee question 5 marks and small chapter, but I don't recommend. Why? Because from analytical procedure, many students cannot reproduce the terminology. Because the analytical procedure chapter is very crux. The crux is very difficult. Next. Then audit report, where I spoke about all these standards, getting it, all these standards and CARO, all that. Society's audit is very easy chapter. Documentation and evidence, fraud, sampling, and automated environment, items of financials. That's it. Sorry. Just let me revise small thing. Now, then bank audit and items of financials. Rest of the chapters, whether you read or not, that is your choice. If you are able to read these chapters, whatever I have highlighted in green color. So what are the 2nd chapter, 3rd chapter, 4th chapter, 5, 6, 7, then 14 and 15 and 9. If you are able to read these chapters thoroughly, believe me, you are going to score really well. Now here one question many students, sir, items of financials. Now how to remember this? First of all, how in exam questions can come from items of financials, many students don't know. Everyone try to mug up this chapter without understanding what exactly it is. For this, generally I don't want to refer in these kinds of guidance videos. Generally I don't want to refer to my resources basically, but here I just want, I am supposed to refer. So here you just go to our website. We have a website, rest of for CA and CMA.com. You just go to this website, go to resources. Inside that open CA Intro. Inside that open group 2. Then you open paper 6. Now you are having some resources here. Whatever material I have showed, no, we have material into 3 parts. I told, if at all you are following some other book, don't change at this moment. And we also have a smart notes, colored one, you can download. And SA 550 standard one, and I have given a separate handwritten notes. Then we have some marathon, part 1 and part 2. Just let me click on that, part 1. So this is part 1 marathon. I just uploaded 2 months ago and 90,000 views already. And I need to thank many of my students, especially who follow me for audit on my YouTube. Really, you are the one who made me the top faculty in the past 1.5 years. At CA final and at CA intro. For audit subject, whatever marathon videos that I have uploaded in the past 1.5 years were having highest number of views. I'm really happy that you all put together made this, made me to stand in this position. So thankful to all of you. Now, so here we have given timestamps clearly. We have given timestamps. Simply, can you do one thing? Can you just do one thing? Whatever chapters I covered in marathon, no, focus on them. That's enough. So part 1 marathon I've covered certain chapters. Just open part 2 marathon. Inside this, you see, there are some topics which I have covered. If at all you are focusing on this marathon topics, one topic is government audit is there here at last. Ignore that. Society's audit you put. Just if you cover these topics from the marathon and read on your own, once again, believe me, you are in a very safe zone. Now coming to items of financial statements marathon. Items of financial statements, I think, I have covered here. Items of financial statements I have covered. So whatever I have covered here for 2 hours and 10 minutes approximately, if you watch that, you will understand how questions in exam come from items of financials, how the questions will be asked, how they will be tested in different ways. So you will be having a proper revision on that chapter. Definitely from items of financials, 8 to 14 marks questions is possible and easy to score, easy to understand, easy to reproduce also, provided you understood it, not mugged up. If you mug up, you can't reproduce properly. So I hope I have given you enough information to read all these chapters thoroughly. If you are having a very basic idea, if you want to get in-depth clarity on these topics, you just have to spend 50 to 70 hours approximately, not more than that. You can easily score. I'm talking about minimum score that is possible is 50. See, always no, I never suggest anybody. I never suggest my students to read 100% syllabus. Like you see, what are the syllabus? What are the topics I am asking you to ignore completely? Risk assessment and internal control, ignore. Analytical procedure, ignore. Strategy planning and program, ignore. Automated environment, ignore. It's a small chapter but difficult to reproduce. Standards means not all standards, man. Only these standards. You can ignore. If at all you are having time, no, read 501. 505, 580. These 3 you read once. If at all you are having time, 3 more standards you cover. Better. They are easy and ability you can reproduce well. But anyhow, I have covered them all. I have covered very clearly in depth in my marathon. And I'm asking you to ignore one more. Government audit, different types of, let me highlight it red color. So, government audit and different types of entities. These chapters you can happily ignore. Nothing to worry. Now, whatever chapters I've highlighted in green color, if you focus on them thoroughly, perfectly, believe me, you can attempt for minimum 80 marks plus. Minimum. Maybe I can say 75 for sure. Damn sure minimum 75 you can attempt. And if you attempted perfectly for 75 marks of the audit paper, believe me, you can score 60 plus. Sir, how come? Arey man, scoring marks depends upon your perfection. Some students believe that if I attempt for 100, no, I will at least score 40, 45. That's absolutely wrong. In the last attempt, I have a student from Tamil Nadu who scored 90 plus. But since his marks was claimed by one academy where he offered them, where he got some financial support, I couldn't reveal that. So I ignored it. Getting it? So that's it. Anyhow, fine. So there are my previous students who have scored more than 70, 75. You know, one student in the last attempt has scored 90 plus marks in audit just because of the perfection. Getting it? So believe me, if you read these chapters perfectly, thoroughly, by spending 50 to 70 hours in the next coming 3 weeks that you are having for exams, no, you can definitely score well. Yes. So if at all you are able to read these chapters thoroughly, definitely you can score well. Like some students ask me, sir, if I write for 100, I mean, like I have heard from somebody, I have seen somebody write for 100 marks. No, never do that. Only if you know really correct answer, perfect answer, complete answer, then only you will score well. See, many students again ask me, sir, I wrote correct answer, but I'm not getting full marks. You will get full marks not just for correct answer. If your answer is complete, you will get complete marks. If your answer is not complete, you will not get complete. So full marks are given only for a student who wrote complete answer. Getting it? So what is complete answer versus correct answer? I made videos in past. I'll try to attach to this video so you understand better. Getting it? So that's it. I hope I have given you all the inputs, and I even showed you what are the resources that you can download if at all you want to. But I generally recommend students not to change materials at this moment. You are having 20-25 days, just 20 to 25 days ahead, 25 days for their maximum, not even 25, less than 25. If you're able to spend 50 to 70 hours in this time span on these chapters, on that marathon, believe me, your confidence level will increase like anything, and you can definitely score well in the exam. And I want to soon see you as a final student. Okay, all the very best. Thank you.